Hello and welcome to another modern stream. We're gonna be playing another league with Elvish Reclaimer Green and White Toolbox deck. This deck is an absolute delight, of course, a spiritual successor of Titan Vial, my baby, and we're trying on some unorthodox options. This was for the memes. This was for the memes for sure. I ended up from the previous list, I cut the fourth purge in order to make room for a center's Peacemaker. Was the suggestion for the Death Shadow matchup specifically, though I guess that we would definitely bring this in against Burn and stuff. And we're also adding, this is a card that I legit really like in this kind of deck, so I cut one of the Gracers for the one of Spring Bloom Druid. Spring Bloom Druid. That's such a tough to pronounce name. It's a sweet card though. Super sweet card. Shave one Knight of Bottom? No, I mean, I got the second copy of Knight of Bottom when I added this card to the deck. But that was a while ago. I mean, that was when this card was printed. But this one is specifically for the Shadow matchup. Apparition has been so good though. Why are all my opponents cowards? There we go. This hand is probably closer than it looks. I think I'm gonna keep it. Best draw obviously is gonna be a Reclaimer. These are the hands I'm not sure about. Yeah, these are the tough hands. I think that they are more or less or less obvious depending on whether you have information about the matchup or not, basically, I think. Obviously, now that we know that we're playing against oops. I mean, we'd probably still keep this because we get to call for Archon if they do nothing. So if we don't die, we probably get to win, but like it doesn't seem like we're gonna get that luxury. Man, if we had a path, we would have been able to interact with this. Sword of the Meek. Just gonna sack here. They have lethal here, I guess. They have the 4 vines. There's the Titan. Oh yeah, they just sack this to get back because they have 2 Sword of the Mix in hand. They didn't cast a single Witcher. Yeah, well, they're gonna cast the Salvage Titan, right? They're gonna sacrifice the Sword of the Meek comes back. They sacrifice 3 artifacts to get back the, I don't know where it is, the Salvage Titan. Oh, that's right, because they didn't play a creature. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I guess I didn't cast the creature. Not everyone reads Vengevine. Now they just deck themselves. This is hilarious. Oh, they have Memories Journey. Do they have Memories Journey? Oh yeah, they do. Um They have G right here. They conceded the match. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, how do we stop them from winning? So I guess that we would have called for Knight of Autumn and blow this thing up. Yeah. Knight of Autumn or Operation, it doesn't matter. Like, we just get one of those and then they just deck on upkeep. Well, that was absolutely hilarious. So that's clearly my opponent's first match with that deck, and I imagine that they are never going to make that mistake again. That is like the first time that you fail to pay for your pact. Exact same. What is the meme? Like the same energy. Same energy is the meme. Well. It's as bad as Bolton to go. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things that you only... Those mistakes that you make exactly one time, because when you do, you feel so bad that you... Every single other time from the rest of your life, you're just like double and triple checking. Playing against Mistaken. It's only just too slow. This one's better. Not by much though. I'm probably gonna be keeping it. Mistaken's playing some absolute gas today. The Omnath AmuLIT list. Hell yeah. Feels like I'm probably gonna need the lands. Damn it, what am I supposed to bottom here? I think I'm supposed to bottom the path. We are on the play. AmuLIT Omnath Genesis, he says. DFizzle91. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back for the 7th month in a row. I appreciate your continued support. That's a Kriegasm right there. That is a freaking Kriegasm right there, if you ask me. Excuse me, would like to take that one. Thank you very much. Kelvin Necessary, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Apparition is It's insane. Well, they have second AmuLIT, so we're still in trouble, but at least we're not dead. Sad face. Very, very, very sad face. I'm not liking this, chat. Castle off the top, please. I mean, that's a Titan next turn, I guess. It's probably gonna be too slow, but it is the world that we're living in. We didn't have another land. Damn it. So we could continue playing this game for a couple more turns. It's probably not worth our time. Tech Edge is good though. Generous Grift is good. Mind Sensor is good. Are we supposed to bring in Boyle against him? I don't want to. Like, I really don't want to. I really don't want to bring in Boyle. Nah, I'm not gonna. They could have had Vesu in hand. It doesn't matter, Levi. Like, we cannot keep up with that, right? Because the Titan, like, in the worst case scenario, they have the Vesuva in hand. They go and they transmit for a Dryad. Next turn, they attack and they Dryad us. Like, all we can do is we can play the thing. Has Boyle been good? I mean, not in this matchup. I don't like it in this kind of matchup, but I mean, it's good against the blue decks, which is the reason why it's here. Let's do it for the memes. What did I cut for the Peacemaker? The 4th Birch. It's definitely wrong. As I said at the beginning of the stream, it is 100% wrong. But I'm just doing it because of it's fun. No other reason than the fact that it's fun. Exactly. The meme potential is through the roof, however, so there's definitely that. So we're gonna Temple Garden on 1 and Reclaimer. If we draw Flagstones, aka we assemble Splinter Twin, then we're probably gonna be in really good shape actually. If we manage to do that. Peacemaker is the Shadow Killer. Yeah, exactly. Making your opponent gain 4 and making you gain 4. It's like basically you're gaining 8 in Shadow. Actually got it the other day with Radiant Fountain. Oh yeah, we did that in the showcase against Yama. He did not appreciate it. He did not like it when I gained 2 with and I killed her Scorch. He did not like it one bit. Steve. Oh, crap. Steve is actually super interesting because I think we have to play Steve here actually. I think we actually have to play Steve here because if we draw any untapped land, that means that we can Dryad plus activate, which might be a little bit too good to pass up. All right. See the worth of instrument to fix potential white weight. I think that even if I draw the apparition, I'm probably not gonna cast it. Wow. Damn. He's going deep to be able to cast that Omnath. Holy shit. Going hella deep to cast that Omnath. That's a pretty good draw. So let's do Groves here. Let's do Valakut. Kill there. Heath. Ping you. And if they have a Titan or Omnath, we can just path it. So we're not too worried about that. And if we untap, we just win. So we playing Cube now? No. We're playing we're playing Modern. The best kind of Cube. Then he's thinking Groves out of our deck. Given we're good on lands, I'd rather get Foundry. The thing is that I don't want to draw this. Like, I don't want to use... If I draw this, I don't want to be wasting 2 of my mana to use this. Right? Good guy Omnath gives you a draw trigger so you can pass before the landfall trigger. I mean, they can only, with the current mana situation, they can only play 1 land. So if they Omnath, I guess if they have exactly a fetch land, that's fine though. Like, whatever, we're still okay. Spirit is usually my go-to name if I'm not expecting counterplay. Yeah, I was expecting to sack the Cavern anyway, right? That was the card that I was going to suck. Maybe naming Spirit or even Archon, actually. Naming Archon would have allowed me, if I needed to play this, it would have allowed me to play that and still have white mana for the path. Just backs it in. I think on the draw Archon it's just gonna be too slow. Eon 3 means draw would be much better draw than Foundry, but I don't want to sound nitpicky. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, they can't Eon 3, right? Like, the only way to get mana is through the Coalition Relic? So I'm definitely not playing around Excelsis 3 because like that's probably actively good for me. How does Archon stack against AmuLIT? It's irrelevant. You're just making all of their lands enter tapped, and then AmuLIT untaps them, so it does nothing against AmuLIT specifically. When they have an AmuLIT in play, I like it on the play because sometimes if they don't have an AmuLIT, or if you manage to answer an AmuLIT, if you play an Archon on turn 2 or 3, you can potentially slow them down if they don't have one of their basics. And of course, there's the interaction with what's his name, right? The interaction with Summoner's Pact. Like it's basically a time walk, or it forces your opponent to like pact on your turn, then pay 4 mana, etc. So Archon is pretty solid. It's pretty annoying against AmuLIT. Like it's not great, but it's really annoying for AmuLIT to beat. But on the drop, I think it's a little bit slow. And being on the draw here, I think we probably just have to mulligan to a Reclaimer hand. This is a meme hand, which I'm probably okay with. Just hope we meme our opponent out of the game. I think we're just not going to have enough time, though. I think that we're just dead here. But wait, there's more. Well, it's not looking good, folks. It's not looking good out here. If they have Omnath, I'm going to keep playing, but if they have Titan, I'm just going to pack it in. Oh, the spoil's not looking great now, huh? Definitely going for a Reclaimer here. That doesn't do anything, huh? So... Forest, 3/4 Reclaimer, pass the turn. Maybe I should have... Maybe I should have saved the... Oh no, it doesn't matter because we're gonna sack anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so I guess we do this. We play this. We sack this. Sacred Foundry. Valakut. But boil, yeah, I know. Feels boil, man. Okay, so they have a Simic in hand. They're probably, if not out of fetchables, I think they're just out of fetchables. So they have Simic. Okay. Somehow we got there. Yep. Brutal. 16 cards in and they couldn't find any business spells. Boil baby busted. Hell yeah. It was all because we drew that boil. And I feel like subliminally I really wanted to prove my own point that boil is just terrible against AmuLIT. So I naturally developed that game just so boil sucked. That's some next level playing right there. Okay. Playing against the Lurrus decks, we're going to be able to path whatever they play early, and then we get to call. Probably for a Dryad. Or potentially a Reclaimer. Opponent should have drawn a Titan. Yeah, my opponent punted there. Well, now we're definitely going for... Now we're definitely going for Call for Dryad. We draw our Titan. I think I'm going to path this, actually. Radiant Fountain, best draw. Radiant Fountain, baby, let's go. Radiant Fountain. Oh, man. Thoughtseize sucks there. Yeah, Thoughtseize really sucks there. I'm gonna be fetching for a basic forest, so there's no need to fetch. Getting back Lurrus. Second Scourge. Well, shit. So just make this into 4/4. And we need to draw an untap land. Dismember. I mean, if they're a little bit too careless... though TBR kills me here, yeah. Because the first strike damage happens first, and then the double strike damage means... the regular damage means that we were just dead. Okay, so Purges. We get to try out this sweet, sweet tech. Look at that. Look at that right there, huh? Fuck yeah. Apparition's good. Emeria is probably not so good. Blessed Alliance. Particularly on the play, I'm interested in having the Reclaimers. Sweet. Finally back cracking a cold one, watching my favorite streamer again. Hell yeah, Rancid Flesh. Hell yeah. Oh man. TRN 6589, thank you for the Prime sub. 11 months. Really appreciate the support. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Have I seen it around lately? I put the Blessing in my Cyber and it's been running there. Yeah, been kind of in a similar spot. It's kind of weird. Good top deck is good. So this one and this one. Whitelisted. You know it. And now they can't attack with Bomat anymore. Spring Bloom too strong, baby. Spring Bloom too strong. My opponent cannot handle the Spring Bloom power. Oh man, that's amazing. What's up, Spider? Congrats on top 16 over the weekend. Harrow on a stick. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the folks were doing pretty well over the weekend, which is very nice to see. So turn 1 Reclaimer, we have the Blast Zone, which is pretty good. Spider dominated with DNT. One of these days my breakers will fall right for top 8. You went 7 X and 2, right? What a multi 5. Gonna name Elf. So I think we Sanctuary on 2. We fall face first into... One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have to. We're falling face first into the 2 mana thing, which they might have, the Cleansing Wildfire. But I just think that we need to like reset our thing or whatever. What is this? Swifty. I know that this means I don't get to path here, but if the Dryad doesn't die, I get to Titan now. Okay, I don't want to play anymore. 3-0, not bad, not bad. 3-0 start. This deck has felt pretty solid, and I have liked this version with like the apparitions and like the random bullets better than I have liked the explore versions, that like the one that Rodrigo top 4 the PTQ with and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's because it fits my particular playstyle a little bit better. But the whole toolbox aspect of it has felt very nice. Sand doesn't do that much, huh? Sand is a lot better. And I'm gonna bottom the Scattered Groves. I know that by getting a basic forest, I'm not allowing myself to path. I think it's okay though. Give her. So if they have Arbiter, current AmuLIT list, you can check it out in my VODs in YouTube. Gravy. I play the event on the weekend with it. This is interesting. I think unfortunately we just have to Steep here. Because it allows me to next turn path an Arbiter plus activate Reclaimer. I guess I can't, I have to path the Giver first. They have the Arbiter. Shit. Feels bad, man. I think I'm just gonna path the Giver right now, because we're gonna have to deal with it eventually. I'm gonna copy the Ghost Quarter. And of course we're gonna chill here, playing around their Arbiter. Next turn we can pay for the effect, so there's that. As long as I don't have another one. Apparition would be pretty brutal here, actually. Apparition would be sick. I think this card single-handedly has made this deck so much better. And we can't like actually go for the Ghost Quarter plan because we just don't have enough mana. Like if that had been a land, I think I would have been able to Ghost Quarter my opponent there. But I don't think that we can afford to here. 2 Ghost Quarters. Rough. They're in Pirates list, I think. Yeah, it's possible. It top 8 an event and then immediately won the event the day after, so that's what I expect most people to be copying. Just don't have Liquor Wisp or another apparition, because I probably could not beat those cards. Oof. Woof. Insane. That card is so sick. We continue with this trend of never drawing lands, which is not good for us. We cannot even deploy this Dryad because if I do it, my opponent double destroys my lands, and then we're fucked. But I cannot play this Dryad until we find something else. Not in good shape here. I think that our first hand would have been a lot better against this deck. Was this the game where I moved to 6? I think so, right? Yeah. But our first hand that was like filled with lands would have been so much better. We need to add more lands to the deck. Yeah, clearly that's what we're missing. What is this? Arcan. We got taxed. All right. Oof is good against the equipment. Tracker is just okay. That's the mid-range threat. Is this something that we're interested in? Just like a dumb 3/3? It honestly seems very well positioned against their creatures, except for their flyers. Mind Sensor is also interesting. Path is great. Bog is probably worse than Tech Edge. Junior's Gift, maybe. These are great. Archon seems bad. Maybe both of those. Taxes sticks around, I might have to change my name on Twitch. What do you mean? What would your other name be? I could honestly see cutting 2 Titans. Just do that. Is this Taxes deck, I think? Yeah, it's very good. It top 8 an event and it won the other one. And I think it won 2 events actually. I think the NRG event was also won by Taxes. Archon, and most streamers just call me Archon. Oh, okay. Good to know, good to know. This matchup is a lot worse for this deck than for AmuLIT, I think. It's a lot easier to play around Arbiter and stuff when you have access to Stacy and whatnot, right? I'm gonna keep this hand though, looks pretty damn great. If they will turn 1 Vial, I think I probably still activate Reclaim around here. Turn 1 Giver, that makes things easier. Sure. Pass the turn. Gonna have the Arbiter again. God damn. Am I supposed to go squat at them here? I think so, right? We go after the white source. Brutal. I mean, statistically, we're playing 31 lands while our opponent is playing 23. So we should be able to set ourselves up to be in a better spot. Okay. It's Winds of Abandon. I'm an idiot. I thought this was the one that gives me a clue. Fuck. Why not play Youth there? My opponent has a Ghost Squatter here, and I was planning on paying the Arbiter tax. But then I thought that this was the one that gives us clues. Because I honestly I haven't seen this card in a very, very long time. But yeah, obviously I should have paid the mana. And we would be in significantly better shape. Like I would have been able to play this while still be able to play for the Arbiter tax. That was a game losing mistake. Like I would not be surprised if we just lose the game from here. Would not be surprised if we just lose the game from there. My opponent gave me the aggro GGs. You are delightful, aren't you? Oh, wow. That is really, really funny. If we draw land into land, if we just draw lands for the remainder of the game, I think that we win this game easily. We just gotta draw lands for the remainder of the game. and we're gonna be fine. I mean, I guess even if I had paid for that thing, we would have been in great shape. If I had paid for the Winds of Abandon. Yeah. It only stands to reason that the 23 land deck is going to draw as many lands as the 31 land deck. Hi, Shana, how's it going? We are probably dead here, but we needed that to be a green source. Moscow might get locked down again. I have to get onto MTGO eventually. Something I've been avoiding for a while. Why would you be avoiding it? Seems like a great thing to be doing. Particularly in this... in the current situation. Seems like there's a lot of... reasons to be getting into MTGO right now. It's also funny to me because like we have like when my opponent gave me the GGs, like we still had so many turns to go. We still had so many turns to go. Now we don't anymore, right? Because we just missed the land draw for multiple turns, but like even still we might have been able to be okay. Just like the feel, of course, in my hand, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, same here. Same here, but I don't know. It makes it that much better. Like, I feel like I am a lot better player because of this. Because of playing Magic Online. At least when I don't mistake Winds of Abandon for Declaration in Stone, and I don't pay the Arbiter tax for no reason, right? Cost keeps me off of it. Bad enough paying for cardboard, but built representation cardboard is a step too far for me. Well, I mean, the thing for me is that first of all, you can use mana traders. So you can use a rental service, and then you can have if you do well, then the money that you get pays for your mana traders rental service. It doesn't really take too much. It doesn't take too much to go infinite on MTGO. You get to play much more with MTGO, so you get to play. Yeah, of course, and you get to play against significantly better players as well. Like you're just playing and you randomly just get paired against Canister or like Reduke, you know. So you get paired against a significantly better players. You also get paired against you get to play a lot more. You get to play for stakes from your house, which is nice. Honestly, it's probably a lot higher stakes to be playing MTGO than to be playing in FNM. Alright, again, Seth Revolution, imagine facing that guy. Yeah, that guy's an asshole though. I don't like that guy. What are we up against? Imagine we're paired against soup, maybe? And I think if you can start a league, play 2 matches, and come back for the other 3 whenever. Yeah, that's also a big plus. That's certainly a big plus for sure. Still don't know what we're... Okay, now we know what we're up against. Does Taxes Uptick bother this deck, or do you just not care? As I was saying earlier, I think that the Taxes matchup is a lot worse for this deck than for... I'm just gonna play an Archon here. Than for AmuLIT. I think AmuLIT has an actively good Taxes matchup. While the Taxes matchup doesn't seem insane for this deck, it's kind of just okay. If not bad, honestly. Like, the Operation made that matchup seem very close. Of course, I drew like shit, obviously, but... I think I'm gonna jam Titan here. We still have Dryad, but we can only play one spell a turn. But this turn, my opponent cannot. This turn, my opponent couldn't Cryptic, and next turn they might be able to. So I think it was correct for me to jam there. Yeah, this card is very good. I think this might be the best card in the set. Maybe Omnath, but this is, if not the best one, it's a close second for sure. Even over Scourge? That's a good question, actually. Look at what just happened. I just traded with a Planeswalker and I'm left with a 2/2. I think Scourge is overhyped somewhat. No, I think it's very good. What Scourge had is that it was kind of like game breaking in a sense. Oh, like, it's not game breaking, the word that I'm looking for. It's more like archetype defining, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, this set had some really big hits for sure. I'm just gonna dry it and hope that it sticks. They might have path here, they don't. Sweet. Okay. So we're in okay shape here. Unless they have a Wrath. We're talking about Omnath, yeah. The good thing is that if they play Omnath, we're probably in good shape. It seems like that's what's happening. But they can't do anything with the mana. They can gain life and make some sumbos and stuff, but they can't do anything with the mana if they play Omnath. If they play Uro, that's their turn. Another big Tef. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a fetch land. The Brawler, thank you for the follow. I guess even if they have a fetch land, this makes it into the battlefield tapped, so they cannot double block my Dryad. That's annoying. So I guess I can path my apparition. Because I need to kill this, right? Otherwise we just lose. I kind of want to kill my Archon. So I can double spell. I think I'm going to do that. I should have attacked with the apparition, I guess. If we path one zombie, they get another one, and then we're fucked. So I think that we actually have to path my own Archon so I can double spell and play both Reclaimers. And we play into Verdict. If they have Verdict, we lose probably. Yeah, this hand developed in a very weird way. My opponent drawing their second Teferi was a big deal too. Why not path Euro Skyclave and kill Teferi? Because if I do that, then I cannot, like, that's my turn. I cannot play Reclaimers. And I'm already missing my land drops. Like, I am already in trouble, right? Probably gonna blow up Alakut here. Again, we lose to a sweeper. I think we kind of just lose, actually. Yeah, as I said that I was going to fall to Verdict. I said that I was scooping to Verdict with this line. Okay, so they probably have another answer for Reclaimer. We're probably dead here. Unless we draw Titan. Or... So we're probably dead next turn, because now they can actually use their mana. Also, if they have a fetch, that means the Mystic Sanctuary can get back the path. Path can kill the Dryad or the Reclaimer. Yeah, I don't like my spot. Bottom line, I don't like my spot. The good thing is that while my opponent pleases themselves, I can eat my lunch, so that's some upside. Thank you for the follow, Lancer. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm over it. I'm gonna make the plus life EV line. Okay, take edge, boils, gift, tracker, Tigre, and mind sensor, I guess. That goes, this goes. Mrs. Streams this weekend, how did they go? You can check them out on YouTube. It went well. It was fun. Night of Autumn goes. Pass to Exiles. Yep, keeping this in. Sounds like you were pleased with the flip land. Yeah, I've been happy with the flip land since I started testing, honestly. I think that it's very likely to just become a staple in the deck. We got to untap. Pog. Second Reclaimer. Pass the turn. Now we're protected from Lightning Bolt. We get the Flagstones activations. We have a tracker for next turn. I think we're in okay shape here. There's a spiral. Voice sounds very deep today. I hope that's a compliment. Hopefully it's a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment. Rockmug with the tier 1 sub. That is 7 months. 7 months supporting the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much, Rockman. I appreciate the continued support. Let's get this. Let's get another Flagstones. If we don't draw any, and if we don't draw land, yeah, we're just gonna pass. Just have double Reclaimer activation. They didn't do anything, huh? Throw a Spiraler back on top, go ahead. Okay. So with this trigger on the stack, I'm gonna sack here. Get a Temple Garden. Get another Flagstones. Now we're going to sacrifice Flagstones. Get another land. And I guess that we can get field here. Make sure that we can kill this. I don't want to get Cavern against my opponent's potential. Aether Gust. Remember when I said I didn't want to get gusted? That's what I meant. So this is not going to matter really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with both of these. We're going to play Tracker, play Land. It just doesn't really matter. So we Tracker, play Land. We're going to get to draw now. Am I supposed to draw the Dryad here instead of activating Reclaimer? I don't think so, right? The Reclaimer activation just seems so much better. Verdict. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess that I actually don't want to draw the Dryad. Just get another field. Dracula for Remedy. My opponent still has this, right? So I think I want to make sure that I have a second field going so I can outfield my opponent. There's also an argument for getting Tech Edge here. I think I'm going to go for field though. It also gives me one more clue. Yeah, I think we just do this, right? Just main phase this boil. Oops. There we go. They didn't have the force last turn, so they should not have the force here. Oh look, they don't have the force. Tonic Edge, Vesuva. Don't we want to do that in upkeep so we gain 3? Yeah. Whatever. It just doesn't matter. Let's go. I love how we have the Teague Boil combo deck. Boil combos with Teague, with Dryad. OP. His hand is probably not good enough. Sure. probably gonna lead on Windswept Heath in case we draw. In case we draw a Reclaimer. Fetch for no reason, love to see it. Look at my opponent playing around Boil. You getting a basic forest there. Basic plains. They're tapping out. What is more important, to resolve a tracker or to resolve a ramming up? Probably tracker. What is this? Another Udo? They might be missing land drops over there. Oh yeah, my opponent's a classic minuser. My opponent is a classic minuser. You love to see it, just like going ahead and leaving your Ashiok literally dead on board. You love to see it. They did get my bog though, which is kind of annoying. Here's Suro, but we can call for Apparition. Oh, you wanna field me? Please do. Sweet. We get a clue for our troubles. So I think that they did that so they don't have to exile the other Udo. Which makes sense. And they're probably going to get rewarded for that play. So good for them. But we're definitely going to be calling for Apparition, I think. This card is so good. It really has been very impressive. It really has been very impressive. Oh, they ended up exiling the Udo. They left the Field of Ruin there? That's so weird then. Jace. So we're probably gonna slam Titan if we have the option. Seems like they're paying costs. Or maybe not. Maybe they will bounce the apparition, huh? Maybe bounce the apparition? Maybe. Oh, that's gross. That actually really sucks, because that means that my Titan cannot find me fields. That sucks. We have no Blast Zone and we have no Bog, so we have to watch out for that, but Gusto. Sure, let's stop it. They don't know we have a second Titan, and we probably want to incentivize them to like plus with the Jace, for example, so they don't get the card advantage or something like that. In reality, we kind of don't want to draw that prime time. Again, we have both of the fields in hand, which make things super awkward. Alright, what you got, opponent? Growth Spiral. Them tapping their mana on main phase. Good for me, for sure. Okay. Put Gust on top. Play Omnath. Draw a card. So they have Gust in hand. They're probably gonna Jace here. 6, 7. They plus on me. Yeah, this is exactly what we needed to happen. To gain life, they're gonna make mana here. Do you feel like moving forward you would get rid of Bile and make it more call focused? Yeah, Mr. Lee, I mean, if you check the list, we're not playing the thing today. We're not playing Bile today. We have 7 mana. This is of course the bait spell. I think we want to draw it. We're gonna call for Dryad here. Just want to make sure that we have all the options available. I think Omnath's getting banned from everywhere within a year or so. I mean, I kind of hope so. I really dislike the card. I think that it was very poorly designed. As many of the cards that R&D has been doing lately. So this is our last basic here, unfortunately. They just want a cantrip. They also kept the one that was summoning sick. And they go spiral without getting their field first. What is going on, opponent? What are you doing over there? 2-4 for that dice rending volley, sure. That's a fact. Not a bad draw there. They did find the cryptic. Can't retrigger the target permanent. Let there be justice, chat. Let there be justice. Clear Jace now. Think about everything in Modern. Do you think Bloom Titan could hang out with the best decks, or what do you think the top deck would be? Weren't there some no ban list Modern tournaments, and like Depth's deck were some of the best? Depth's decks and Eldrazi decks were also kind of broken, I think. I didn't really watch them. They were like a cute thing, but you probably can't play too much of that. I think there were also Cloud Post decks. I don't remember. So attack, Ren. I guess we just send everything on Ren actually. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna have Vesuva, our own field, and Tekich. And the question is, do I play this or not? I think that I do, because white. So they have 3 white sources. We can stop the white sources with Tech Edge. So I think that we do play the Archon because it prevents my opponent from cantripping into the sweeper. So we're playing all in into my opponent's sweeper, but we're also stopping them from doing that, and this also makes the Field of Ruin enter tapped. So if they have it, and we're probably in really bad shape. We'll probably lose the game. Like if my opponent has a sweeper here, we'll probably lose the game. But we can play around Cryptic Lock, which is good. But now if they use, like, if they play a Jace, then we might be able to do something about it. Okay, that's their play for the turn. And they played field, so that means that they can't fetch. Attack them with all creatures. Ghost Squatter and Cavern of Souls. Cavern naming Dryad, I guess. Thinking of playing Cataclysm in the green-white version, Legacy, nice. Fog! I dare you to play Fog, opponent, let's go. Back-to-back 4-on-1s. Back-to-back 4-on-1s. Losses to mono-white taxes, and... what was the other loss? Can't remember what it was. But yeah, I mean, this deck's good, man. I think that this deck is... oh, the mirror, that's true. We lost the mirror, that's true. This deck has felt pretty good. I'm probably going to continue testing it over the weekend. Over the week, sorry. So you can definitely expect to see some green-white content come in to you for the foreseeable future, probably. White piece making another mono-white one that is 2 mana. Is there one that makes both people gain 4 life? Because we want to make our opponent gain 4. Because of Shadow, yeah. This is cute. This is not good. I don't think this is good. This is just like a cute card that we were playing mostly for fun. But I don't think this is good. I think that just playing a 4th Purge is just better. It was cute. It was kind of whatever. Had some. We didn't get to cast it. Also, I can kind of understand why this deck plays Boil. Well, the blue decks are tough for us. They're not particularly easy. And this also gives us a shot against stuff like Scapeshift, for example. So, yeah, it could be something else. It could be something else, but whatever it is, we probably want to do something against the blue decks. And I don't think Veil does it. Like, for the same reason that I don't play Veil in AmuLIT is that I don't think that we should be playing Veil in this deck. That JPG, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We have any answers to Ashiok outside of Purge and as Cyber options? Well, Ashiok is not that good against this deck. As opposed to AmuLIT, we have a lot of ways to answer Ashiok, just because we play stuff up the curve, while AmuLIT doesn't. Like, AmuLIt plays Asusas and Dryad. Like, this deck plays Tracker. So against all the Ashiok decks, you want to be bringing in the other Tracker from the sideboard. This is a 4/3. This just exiles Ashiok straight up. So, like, you don't really care about Ashiok that much, if at all. Of course, you care even less when your opponent just plays it and minuses targeting you for no reason whatsoever, and then you in the face of your own board tireless Tracker. It's even less impactful when you just give it away for no reason, but yeah. Veil is League in Modern? Yes, but it's not. It doesn't really work well in this deck, in my opinion, or in this kind of deck. I think that if you want to be playing Veil, then probably Gurura Response is a better card for you. What else? We have taken out Thalia now. Yeah, well, Thalia was never a part of this deck's plan. Thalia makes a lot more sense when you're pairing her with like Aether Vial and stuff like that. So, but if you're playing the green-white Reclaimer without any kind of like Vial action stuff, I think that Thalia is not as good. It can be a one-off in the sideboard. It could be a one-off in the sideboard, but I think that it's not as good with this version of the deck. Also, Thalia kind of doesn't combo with your paths that you're trying to play already. Dennis Axoy with the Prime sub. Welcome back for the 4th month in a row. Thank you for the continued support. I see you. Thanks for the comment. Yeah, anytime. We don't have quite as much need for 2-drop creatures. Yeah, I don't know, like, you look at the deck and it seems like it should be kind of awkward, but in practice, you, like, if you have it 1-drop, you do not want to be playing a 2-drop. And also, you very often get rid of your ETB tap lands in the early turns as well. So that's another aspect of it. That means that you don't really need that many 2-drops. Titan Vial has different play patterns, so 2-drops make a little bit more sense in Titan Vial. Thalia helps out the prowess matchup, of course, but it feels like that's on a downturn. Yeah, I don't think Thalia is that good against the Shadow decks, for example. It's okay against the prowess ones, but against the Shadow decks, it's not as good. Also, against the prowess decks, it eats a Lava Dart very often, but it's still very common for it to be like a sort of Time Walk. But yeah, as far as the sideboard goes, I think that you can take it very many different ways. The ones that I would consider locks are this 7 and these 8 cards. You can kind of play whatever you want, like depending on what we're trying to attack. I feel like I do like the 4 Purges a lot. I'm a big fan of having the full 4 copies of Celestial Purge. Generous Gift could be something else. Boil could also be something else, and same with all of these 3 cards. Maybe Gaia's Blessing is just not needed anymore. Maybe now that everybody figured out that it only takes 1 cyber card for Mill to become unplayable, maybe people are just not playing Mill anymore. Like I really have not seen Mill in a long time. But yeah, this deck is strongly recommended. I think it's quite powerful. And it has a lot more game than it might think at first look. I kind of never cited in the Mind Sensor. Well, did you get paired against the Mirror and AmuLIT and those decks? Because if you didn't, then why would you cite it in? Obviously. It's a cyborg card, right? Like, it's a cyborg card that you can get access to with a Numbers Call. So, like, the fact that you never brought in X card, it's just like, we didn't get paired against Storm or anything like that this league. That doesn't mean that Eidolon is bad. It just means that we didn't get paired against the decks that this card is there for, right? So don't confuse a card being good in the deck or being worth it in the deck with how many times you burn in. Because those probably are... They're probably not even related. I don't know, it doesn't make sense for the main game plan, but have you tried Stoneforge Mystic? I'm definitely not interested whatsoever in Stoneforge Mystic. It is, not only does it have nothing to do with the game plan, but it goes, I don't want to say strictly against it, but considerably against it. Like, we're already holding up mana for Elvish Reclaimer. I cannot afford to also hold up mana for Stoneforge Mystic. Otherwise, you just end up with a 1 mana 1/2 and like a 2 mana 1/2, right? I don't want to play 1/2 tribal. I'd rather just, play a good deck instead. Boil in the Dryad deck. Yeah, it's not that crazy, folks. Like, just think about it. You just don't play the Dryad when you want to boil. It's not that crazy. Like it's something that people really freak out about, but it's just like it makes a lot of sense to me. Like nobody's forcing you to play the Dryad, right? So if boil is your game plan, you just don't play the Dryad, and if Dryad is your game plan, you just don't play the boil. It's pretty it's pretty self-explanatory. So don't be scared by a boil being in the sideboard of your Dryad deck. It's whatever. My final thought is that Reclaimer eats Bowmat Courier. Facts. Why Blessing over an Eldrazi? Well, this one has side effects against some decks, and if you naturally draw it, you can at least cycle and you get to shuffle away some of the milled cards. You're never going to discard against mill. Like that's just not a scenario that's happening, right? Also, the Eldrazi get exiled by Crypt Incursion, and Blessing doesn't. All right, sweet. So I hope that everybody enjoyed today's stream. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.